Today we are looking at Odium, the level 275 area that has been in KMS for the past 6 months. And boy oh boy, this area has so many good maps for every class basically. So this is my training guide for Odium. I spent the past 3 days just looking at KMS rotations, and I have compiled a list of the most popular maps and the maps that seem best to me. You can also find a link to a document with all the rotations that I ever found, with links to full videos in the description below. Obviously this guide is for base spawn. If you use any kind of spawn enhancers like Frenzy Totem, the map meta is gonna be completely different. Without further interruption, let's
celebrate and suck some.
Let's get into the guide. Odium is split into 4 main areas. We have the Way to the Gate, which has 230 Sacred Power or Authentic Force requirement. And then we have Occupied Alley maps, which are 260 Sacred Power, followed by the Sunrise Laboratory, which is 280 Power. And finally we have the Laboratory Behind Closed Doors, which is 300. Obviously these names are in no way official, we don't really have access to the official translation yet. The mob HP ranges between 10.5 bill and 11.1 bill on regular server, and between 14.7 bill and 15.6 bill on reboot. EXP per mob is between 2.9 mil and 3 mil on regular, and between 6.6 mil and 7 mil on reboot. Mob level ranges from 275 to 279. I decided to group maps by area for this guide, so let's start with the Way to the Gate, and then we're gonna work our way up the Sacred Force requirement. The Way to the Gate 4 has 39 mobs for a maximum of 18.57k kills an hour. This map is so good for so many classes. I've seen basically every class pull 17k plus. The layout kinda feels like Shadow Dance Hall 2 but with more mobs. And the teleporters go in a triangular shape, from top left to bottom right to top right. Classes that I've seen getting 18k kills plus are Arc, Aran, Angelic Buster, Blaster, Bowmaster, Blaze Wizard. Blaze Wizard absolutely destroys this. Like proper full clear. Dark Knight with a 4 seconds hut, Fire Poison. Fire Poison is actually full clearing with a lazy rotation. Hero, Poyong, Kinesis, Mechanic basically full clearing, Nightwalker, Pathfinder, Phantom with a 5 seconds hut, Thunderbreaker, Shade is full clearing, Shadower is full clearing, Wild Hunter is full clearing, Zero, Dual Blade with a 5 seconds hut, and pretty much every other class is pulling at least 17k. Because of the low force requirement and the high mob count, this map is most likely gonna be popular early on. The Way to the Gate 3 has 36 mobs for a maximum of 1714. This is a valid alternative to Gate 4 if it's full or if you can't make it work. I've seen many classes pull 16k plus, Adele, Angelic Buster, Dark Knight with a 4 seconds hut, Evan with a lazy rotation, Kane, Mercedes, Nightwalker, Shadower. I've also seen a couple classes hit 17k, which would be Bishop, Dark Knight with a 5 seconds hut, Hoyoung, Mechanic with a lazy rotation. Finally, if you can't make anything else work in this area, you can try the Way to the Gate 1 or 2, which have respectively 32 and 33 mobs for a maximum of 15.2 or 15.7. Obviously the kill rate is not the best here, but these are valid alternatives that most classes can clear easily. Moving on to the Occupied Alley. We have Occupied Alley 4 with 38 mobs for a maximum of 1809. This is another banger of a map. We have so many classes pulling 17k plus. Adele, Aaron, Bishop, Cadena, Dark Knight with a 4 seconds hat, Dual Blade with a 5 seconds hat, Kinesis, Marksman, Mechanic with a laser rotation, Nightwalker, Thunderbreaker. We also have plenty of classes hitting 18k. Blaster is full clearing, Cannon Master, Kane, Shade, Shadower, and Kaiser. This is most likely gonna be a popular choice once people get enough force to grind here, and it's gonna be a great alternative to the Way to the Gate for classes that can't make it work. An alternative to Occupied Alley 4 is Occupied Alley 3 with 36 mobs for a maximum of 17-14. I've seen a bunch of classes getting 17k plus here. Bishop, Corsair full clearing, Dark Knight with a 4 seconds hat, Ho Young full clearing, and I've also seen Shadower and Xenon do 16k plus. In the Sunrise Laboratory, we have Laboratory 3 with 39 mobs for a maximum of 18.57. At first sight, the layout is very strange, but the teleporters are placed in a cross-shape pattern, which is kinda similar to Motel Forest 2 in Choo-Choo, and this allows many classes to just do a lazy rotation where they teleport, jump attack, and this pattern of teleporters appears to be a trend in the other maps. So this is another reason why Odium is so good. Most classes can get at least 16k. Aran, Fire Poison, Ice Lightning, Paladin, Night Lord, Pathfinder, Shadower. These classes can all get 16k plus with a relatively lazy rotation, and plenty of classes can hit 17k plus. Bishop, Cadena, Dark Knight with a 4 seconds hat, Dual Blade with a 5 seconds hat hitting as high as 17.44, Kinesis 17.5, Luminous 17.5, Mercedes 17.26, very lazy rotation, surprisingly lazy rotation for Mercedes, Phantom 17.5 with a 5 seconds hat, Shade, Wind Archer peaking at 17.4 with a 4 seconds hat and a lazy rotation. It's a great map and it's lazy. I expect it to be very popular, especially because it's high force and high EXP. Basically, as long as your class can hit all around you relatively quickly, you can do the teleporter strat. A good alternative to Lab 3 is Lab 2 with 37 mobs for a maximum of 1761. Same teleporter pattern, similar lazy strats. I've seen Demon Slayer pull 15.7 with a lazy rotation. I've seen Zero do 16.21, and I've seen Dark Knight do 16.6 with a 4 seconds hat doing a U-shaped rotation. And apparently with a 5 seconds hat it should be possible to hit 17k. If nothing else works in this area, you can try Lab 1. With 32 mobs, maxes out at 15.2. This is easy to clear for most classes, it appears to work well for mages. I've seen Evan and Nice Lightning get 15k here. Cannon Master and Xenon also 15k. Shadower full clear. It should be a solid fallback for most classes. Finally, we have the laboratory behind closed doors. Doors 3 has 39 mobs and maxes out at 1857. This is a ridiculously good map. Not only does it have a lot of mobs, but it has the same cross-shaped teleporter pattern as the previous two maps, and the hitboxes are huge for these mobs. I've seen Adele pull 18.4, Fire Poison 18.4, Bishop 18k with a laser rotation, Blaze Wizard 16.5, Luminous full clears, Marksman 16.27, 17k plus on Mercedes, Nightwalker, Shade, Shadower, Wind Archer, and these are mostly all lazy rotations. This is most likely where people are gonna grind for level 300 once they have the force. Highest EXP per mob and highest mob count. Doors 2 has 36 mobs for a maximum of 17.14. Similar layout as Doors 3, except lower mob count. I've seen many classes do 16k plus. Adele 16.5, Cadena 16k, Dark Knight 16.5 with a 4 seconds hat, Dual Blade 1657 with a 5 seconds hat, Ice Lightning 16k, Kaiser 1677, Wind Archer 16.5. It's a decent alternative. Finally, Doors 1 has 32 mobs and maxes out at 15.2. Should be a decent fallback if you can't make the other maps work or if they're full. I've seen Dark Knight do 15k here with a 4 seconds hat. And that is Odium, so many good maps in this area. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. It's been nice seeing all my hard work pay off, so thank you so much for all the positive feedback on my first training guide, and I will see you all in the next one.